You can get insurance.
If you can get insurance.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So
That's enough bitching.
Yeah, we got our grinder gears out of the way. I feel good. We have last week we did it felt like we were almost back to being 22, 23 when us three would go to Edison Park Inn, eat pizza, eat French fries, watch a UFC fight. And
we were fat asses.
And drink the big Foster cans. We should have had those for the last week, but every UFC fight was like an event for us. We knew we were going hard in the paint when it was the UFC fight. We're starting with the Foster cans, and then we're gonna freaking fly downtown and just get wasted. And
white girl wasted.
Now that there's more than there's like every day there's a UFC fight. I don't think
every weekend. Yeah,
I don't think any of us really foul as hard as we used to. But this last week, UFC 298 was unfreaking believable. The fights were all great. The knockout was it Janikar? What's his Volkanovski. He got completely laid out. I'm sure he's probably just figuring out that he's lost that fight right now. And then the Paul Acosta and Whitaker fight was, that's got to be 2024's just started. And
that was a banger.
It could be a fight of the year. Did you?
Whitaker won that fight, right?
Yeah, that was a banger.
was it a decision fight?
Oh yeah,
decision. Yeah.
And Whitaker got not lucky. I hate to say it in fighting, but he got caught with the spinning heel with 8 seconds left, and Whitaker was on jello legs. But he did come back in that 30 seconds and fought the rest of the fight. I don't know. What did you think on that one, Chris? Did you think?
Oh, he won. He won that round. He was He was in the first round when he got hit by that spinning kick.
Yeah.
And it was 10 seconds left. And everybody was like, Costa really didn't do anything in that round outside of that. And everybody's like, oh, Costa won the round. I'm like, yeah, because he hit one spinning leg kick and he didn't knock the guy down. Just Whitaker stayed on his feet. Yeah. He was wobbly, but yeah, there's nothing there that made me think oh, hey, this is a Costa round or anything like that.
That's the division.
They were at light
Duplessis
heavyweight.
Guy is they're light heavyweight for that fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They are saying big middleweights because those guys, Costa's arms were gigantic,
huge. Costa didn't look as he's off.
Costa used to be a
middleweight. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why he used to be more cut. Now he doesn't have to get as cut.
Yeah.
I thought that fight was amazing. I think Whitaker won that one. I'd love to see that thrown back. But
that would have been a fun one to see 5 rounds of.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think Costa did anything besides that spinning heel was ridiculous. But I think Whitaker's in all honesty would beat him again. I think.
Easily. Yeah. He was smart. He chopped at that front leg all. And
he could not. But he was so. Costa was so tough. Did not let that bother him. He was the aggressor the whole fight. It was tremendous. The other thing I was wanting to talk about with the UFC, there's so many fights that you don't know all these new guys, all these new up and coming guys. The guy that beat Volkanovski, I forgot his name, but
Ilya Tipur or something like that.
He's a beast. That fight was insane. That dude was so calm, serial killer calm. Comes in there, just annihilates Volkanovski. And I have no idea. I've never seen this guy fight before.
I've seen him fight a couple of times before. Yeah.
Couldn't have been his first in the UFC, right?
No, he's been in the UFC.
What fights do you think you've seen him again? Because if you have seen,
he was on some of the cards we've seen before. I know that. I think.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but that could have a fighter, and we have no idea who he is. That's kind of crazy to me.
Oh, easily. I have no idea who that guy fought, but beforehand.
I thought he beat Ortega.
And is that on the UFC for not marketing him right, or what? Because how are we?
It's on the UFC for having too many fights. You can't keep up with everything. If you skip a week, you don't know who's fighting. You never see these guys.
Yeah.
I think Rose used to be you watch one pay-per-view a month and you kind of get who's going there. Yeah, right?
And I think Rose is on a fight night card. Either it was last night or it's next week that she's on a fight night card.
He's been on a few fight nights. He was on UFC 282. He was on.
Who was on 282 besides him?
Any idea?
I can pull it up.
There you go. Hey, Pat, Google that, please.
I'm working on it. Chris's apartment evidently is a dead zone for my Wi-Fi, but
yeah,
get it together, Chris.
I'd like to shut.
Was there any other fights on there that were
Oh yeah, we didn't see this card. This was the Blachowicz, another one that went the UFC light heavyweight belt that no one won.
Oh, nice.
I don't even know who those guys are.
That was a draw. They did a draw for the main
for the vacant fight for the vacant title.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty shit card. It had Paddy Pimblett was on it.
Oh, okay.
Patty the Batty.
It had.
Is that the one he just won by?
No, it was a decision. It was a unanimous decision on that one.
Yeah,
there was also one. There's also a fight with the guy that's now the middleweight champion was on this card.
Oh, really?
The Durukas.
Please.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
And then this guy was the.
You see the guy?
This guy was the opener of that card.
Do you see the guy he beat was wrestling some dude up on a